Okay, so good morning to all of you, dear students. As we have discussed about the textile industry in India and Western countries, and Indian textile in European market. So today we will discuss about the decline of the Indian textile. So what is the reason at that time the decline of Indian textile? So basically that as I told you, the development of cotton industries in Britain affected textile producers in India in several ways. First, Indian textile now had to compete with British textile in the European and American markets. So basically, this is what the decline of Indian textile. It would be, the Indian textile is very popular at that time. Second, exporting textile to England also became increasingly difficult since very high duties were imposed on the Indian textile imported into Britain. So basically, as I told you, and we have discussed in a live class that there were many things which is the Indian textile has been declined. Basically, that high duties were imposed on Indian textile imported into Britain. So basically, this is the second point. Okay, so by the beginning of the 19th century, English made cotton textile successfully ousted Indian goods from their traditional markets in Africa, America, and Europe. Thousands of weavers in India were now thrown out of employment. So basically, when the Britishers have uh, invented many machines, the industrialization has been come in Western countries. So basically, एट दैट टाइम वहाँ पर उन लोगों को क्या हो गया था, बहुत सारी चीज़ें मिल गई थी, गॉट इट. सो इससे क्या हुआ, इंडियन टेक्सटाइल का क्या हुआ, डिक्लाइन होना स्टार्ट हो गया. बिकॉज एक तो इम्पोर्टेड हाई इम्पोर्टेड ड्यूटीज, एंड सेकेंड द वीवर्स आर नॉट एबल टू give a huge amount of goods in a particular time. Okay. Acha, so now, but worse was still to come. By the 18th century, British cotton cloth flooded Indian markets. In fact, by the 1880s, two-thirds of all the cotton clothes worn by Indian were made of clothes produced in Britain. So, देखो what had happened. It has a very big, uh, and that I also say it is the Indian textile has been declined. In 1830s, it is the starting of decline, and after 1880s, that you will see there are the most of thousands of rural women who was made of living by spinning cotton thread were rendered, they were jobless. Okay. एंड इंडिया की मार्केट में अब उनका क्या है, ये 18%, ठीक है, 1880s में टू थर्ड ऑफ द ऑल ऑफ द कॉटन क्लोथ्स आर कम अप इन इंडिया. ओके. So what had happened? At first, we are exporting the Indian textile like cotton, silk, but now we are importing. Okay, and second thing, it is very cheap rate. British Britishers produce जो product है that it has very cheaply rate. So basically, handloom weaving did not completely die in India. This was because some types of clothes could not be supplied by machines. How could machines produce saris with uh, intricate borders or clothes with traditional woven patterns? These had a wide demand not only amongst the rich but also amongst the middle classes. So basically, this is every middle classes has wanted to buy what uh, cheap rate of clothes. They want to wear or buy the cheap rate of clothes. So basically, this is an every Indian uh, wanted. And second thing, there is no nationalism at that time. In a particular, uh, I was I am discuss about a particular person. Okay. So this is what had happened in it at that time, and you must have heard of Solapur in Western India and Madura in South India. These towns emerged as important new centers of weaving in the late 19th century. So late 19th century में this is very important fact. And जो वेस्टर्न इंडिया में है सोलापुर एंड सेकेंड थिंग साउथ इंडिया में मदुरा. Okay. Later during the national movement, Mahatma Gandhi urged people to boycott imported textile and use hand spun, hand woven clothes. Okay, like khadi gradually become a symbol of nationalism. Okay, and the charkha has to represent of India, and it was put at the center of a tricolor flag the Indian National Congress adopted in 1931. Okay, what happened to the weavers and spinners who lost their livelihood? Many weavers became agricultural laborers. Some migrated to cities in search of work, ठीक है, because they are jobless. Okay, and what like Ahmedabad, Solapur, Nagpur, Kanpur, so they all because the new cotton mills has been established at that time, and Bombay like new Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Solapur, Nagpur, these places where the new cotton mills has been established. Okay, cotton mills come up in 1854. There is Mumbai, the first cotton spinning mill in Mumbai has been set up, and from the early 19th century, Bombay uh, had grown an important port of export and raw cotton from India to England and China. So basically, India से England and China there are many raw cotton जो होता था from जो होता था वो import export होता था. Got it? Yeah, you will see there are many women who are spinning, okay, and weaving as well as now. By 1900, over 84 mills started operating in Bombay. Many of these were established by Parsi and Gujarati businessmen who had made their money through trade with China. So basically, Parsi and Gujarati, because they have an advantage because they are living in a ports coastal areas. So mills come up in other cities too. The first mill in Ahmedabad was started in 1861. Okay, and a year later a mill was established in Kanpur. After there are many United Province growth of cotton mills led to demand for labor. Thousands of poor peasants, artisans, agricultural laborers moved to the cities to work in in the mills. Okay, so this is what the things has been changed at that time. Got it? So that we will see कि किस तरीके से how the things has been uh, change. Okay, in the first few decades of its existence, the textile factory industry in India faced many problems because it was a very new machines, and they have faced many problems, and it find it difficult to compete with the cheap textile imported from Britain. Okay, in most countries, governments supported industrialization by imposing heavy duties on imports. This eliminated competition and protected infant industries. The colonial government in India usually refused such protection to local industries. The first major spurt in the development of cotton factory production in India, ठीक है, therefore was during the First World War was when textile imports from Britain declined and Indian factories was called upon to produce cloth for military supplies. So basically, when the as we have discussed in 1914 when the First World War had been uh, held, तो बेसिकली उसमें मिलिट्री की जो सप्लाईज के लिए कि कॉटन की जो थिंग्स थी एंड अदर थिंग्स थी, ठीक है, विच हैज़ बीन मेड बाय द Indian weavers and Indian weavers. Okay, so basically this is what the development of cotton factory. Okay, now the sword of Tipu Sultan and wood steel. So we will discuss on this topic in a new video. So goodbye, have a good day to all of you.